until you're fully simplified. Okay, so for number 3 and all of these guys, these are now rationals that we're looking at. Let me just fix that. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's remind ourselves that these are rationals, meaning they are fractions. Okay, we see that fraction bar. So what we're going to do is we're just going to factor the numerator, factor the denominator, see if anything is the same on top and bottom and can cancel out. Okay, so let's go ahead and factor the numerator first. Now, this one's not quite as obvious, but I will tell you, we can divide 45 and 81 both by a number. What is that number, though?
You're not going to ask on me, aren't you?
You what?
You're not going to ask on me, aren't you?
Do you know the answer, Eli?
Yeah.
What is it? What can we divide both 45 and 81 by? What do you think? The biggest number.
Not the biggest.
9.
But it's the second biggest.
What is it, Braden?
9.
It's 9. Great job. Okay, so we can divide both of those numbers by 9, which means we're going to factor out a 9. Okay, well, factoring is division. That means 45 divided by 9 is what? 5. So that leaves me with a 5x for my first term. What's 81 divided by 9?
9.
9. Great job, Braden.
Oh.
Okay, numerator is factored. Boom. That's all we had to do because they had something in common. Let's go ahead and factor the denominator. And you're like, whoa, wait a second. How in the world do I factor this guy?
You factor it.
Well, what is factoring? It's division, right? So, let me ask you, is 63 divisible by 9? Can we divide 63 by 9?
No. Oh, yes, 7.
Yeah, so that 63, we're just going to turn into a 9 and a 7. That's the same as 63, right? Right. He's technically factored. And then I have x squared, which is going to give me x times x. So that's a little different than what we've seen, but factoring, remember, is just division. You can do that with numbers. So now, simplify. What is the exact same on top and bottom? If it's the exact same, I can cancel it out. What do you think? What do you see? Donovan?
9 and 9.
Beautiful. I can cancel out those 9s. Yeah, Kay. Anything else?
Do an X.
Ooh, I love this question. Okay, Kay's asking, can we do an X? The answer is no, because these guys are outside of the parentheses. Think of them as their own little piece. And this X is inside the parentheses. He's part of a bigger piece. You can't go in and reach in and cancel him out. So, that's the only thing we could simplify. So our final answer, 5x plus 9 is left on top. 7 and 2 x's, which I'm just going to put back to x squared. Simplified. Factor the top, factor the bottom, see if anything can cancel. It's our whole game plan.
We're canceling.
Okay, let's look at number 4. Look at the numerator for number 4. Can I factor this guy, meaning a and 8? Can I take anything out of those guys?
No.
No. Can I play the number game with those guys?
No.
No, so guess what? He's already factored. Yay, we don't have to do anything with him. Yep. A plus 8. Can't factor him. He stays a plus 8. That's nice. Okay, there's our numerator. Couldn't factor him. That makes our life a little easier. Let's look at our denominator. 4 and 32. I can divide both of these
8.
numbers by something. Can I divide 4 by 8 though?
No.
What's the biggest number I can divide both of those guys by?
4 and 2.
4, right?
4.
I can take 4 out of 4 and I can take 4 out of 32. So let's try it. 4, I can divide out. Okay, 4 divided by 4 is
1.
1. So my first term is just 1a. We don't have to put the 1. What's 32 divided by 4? What's my next term?
A. Oh.
8.
Oh, it's 8.
Oh, hoo. Okay, it's factored. Now remember, if it is the exact same on top and bottom, and here, let me give you this little hint. That might help you. If it's the exact same on top and bottom, it can cancel. So what can cancel with this rational, this fraction?
A
Good job. A plus 8 is the exact same as A plus 8. The whole piece has to be exactly the same.
It's 4 over 1.
So close, Eli. What's left on top?
1 over 4.
There you
4,
go.
1 over 4. Yeah, you got it.
Remember, when nothing is left on top of a fraction, it's actually that invisible 1. So final simplified answer, 1 over 4.
E.
Nice. Okay, let's keep doing it. You guys are getting better. Let's look at our numerator.
What are the denominations?
What in the world? Can we factor 16n? Can you divide 16?
Yeah.
We can divide 16.
4.
Sure, why not? Let's turn him into 4 times 4. That's the same thing as 16. Right? Technically, that's factored. Okay, then I just have one n, so boom. 4 times 4 and n. Not too bad. Factoring is just division. On bottom, now let's look at our denominator. What's the biggest number I can divide both 40 and 32 by? Can't divide 32 by 10. What do you think, Eli? I agree we could divide them both by 4. Is there a bigger number?
Actually, yeah, there is.
What is it?
I need to go more exploring. Because I just.
What is it?
8.
It's 8. Beautiful.
Oh, it is 8.
We can divide an 8 out of both of those guys. You can take an 8 out. Jameson, did you say that? Did I hear you just say it? Oh, say it louder. Goodness. Okay.
I'm taking
Now, they both have ends.
answers here.
This guy has 2 ends. This guy has 1. How many can I take?
1.
I can take the smaller amount. Boom. 1 in. Okay, let's figure out what's left inside my parentheses. Okay. Let's see here. 40 divided by 8 is going to give me what? 40 divided by 8. 5. So we get 5 and then 1 n left with that guy. What's negative 32 divided by 8, okay?
-4.
Negative 4. Booyah. Okay.
Wait.
It's factored. What do you see is the same?
The N? No. Yeah.
Yep, we can take an n out. I can't take this n because he's a part of a bigger piece, but I can sure as heck cancel those guys.
I don't think the 4 and 4 can cancel out.
Ooh, you're absolutely right, Eli. This is not 4 plus 4. That's not the same as 8. In fact, let's go ahead and change 4 times 4. So this started out as 16, right? I'm going to change him to 8 times 2. That still means 16, right?
Yeah.
I can
so
do
we
that.
Cancel it out.
What can I cancel out now?
Cancel it out.
Which ones, though?
8.
The 8s.
Nice.
Well,
Beautiful. What's left on top, you guys? What's the only thing left on top? Boom. Only thing left on bottom is that little piece right there.
it's there.
Nice.
Perfect circle.
Oh no, it's pretty good, huh? Yeah. It's impressive. Alrighty. Okay, let's do one more where we're just simplifying. Okay, because I feel like you guys are getting way better at this. Let's look at our numerator. K minus 7. Can I factor that guy? No, I can't actually. He's as factored as he'll go. So we're just going to keep him as K minus 7. Now let's look at our denominator. What's the biggest number I could divide both 9 and 63 by? It is one of those numbers. Which is it? It's 9. Beautiful. So I can divide both of them by 9, which means I can take a 9 from each of them. Now I have 2 K's here, 1 K there. How many can I take? 1. Alrighty, let's figure out what's left inside my parentheses. 9 divided by 9 is going to give me a big old 1. 2 K's, take away 1 is just leaving me with 1, so 1 K. What's negative 63 divided by 9, though?
-7.
Oh, I knew it.
Alrighty, alright. Now you might be able to see something. Same exact thing on top and bottom. What can cancel?
6 and 7. 6 minus 7. I mean, K minus 7.
There we go. The whole piece, right? You take away K minus 7 and K minus 7. Love that. That's my favorite part of this whole process is like canceling things out. Okay, what is left on top? It's an invisible
1.
Mm-hmm. And my only thing left on bottom, 9K. Ooh.
I had 9K.
Me too.
Oh, me too. Yes, 9K.
Okay, before we take this up just a little bit, show me a fist of 5 on how you're feeling. Factor the numerator, factor the denominator, cancel things out. How are you feeling? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Feeling super confident. That's actually better than I expected, so that's awesome. Okay, we're taking it up a notch.
Forward.
What are we asked to do? What do our directions say?
Each expression.
What are we doing?
Simplify.
We're simplifying. You're like, wait, weren't we just doing that? Yep. Okay, the only difference here is we have this little multiplication sign in the middle. Okay, we are multiplying fractions here. I'm going to go ahead and let's just take out number 8. And let's go back to, I think it was like 2nd grade or something like that. Let's remind ourselves, how do we multiply fractions? Let's say I'm given 2/3 times 1/5. Why not?
Are we skipping 7?
No, we're going to go back to 7. I'm just going to use number 8's space. How in the world do we multiply fractions? Do you guys remember from like elementary school?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, Jameson, it's straight across, right? So all we have to do is multiply fractions just straight across, meaning numerator times numerator. 2 times 1 is going to give me what?
2.
2. That's easy. 3 times 5 is going to give me what? Beautiful. Can I simplify or reduce 2 over 15? Nope. Boom. That's it.
That's
Oh,
all we do.
that's all we do. Okay, now, because we're not in 2nd grade anymore, you guys are juniors in high school, they've taken it up a few notches. But it's still the same
Ew.
process.
This is a lot of notches.
It's a lot of notches.
They put a
Okay,
brake on the gas pedal.
so we're going to multiply straight across in a second, and then we're going to simplify. We're going to do the exact same thing we were just doing. Let's look at our numerators. See if we can factor them first. K minus 5. Can I factor that guy? No, I can't. Okay, so we're just going to leave him as K minus 5 on my first numerator. What about his denominator? 10. Can I factor 10? I mean, I could, but I'm just going to leave him as 10, right? Okay, my second numerator, K plus 4. Factor? Nope. It's already factored. As low as he'll go. Ooh, my second denominator. Can I factor that guy? Yep, we have to play the number game with that guy. Okay, so, number game. What's going to multiply to negative 35, but add to 2?
Nope.
Can't
2?
divide 35 by 3 or 2. In fact, I'll write it over here. K squared
1.
2K minus 35. Let's play the number game. What's going to multiply to negative 35? How can I get a negative, or just a 35?
Oh, I know it is. It's 57 or something like that.
Very close.
No, 5-7.
5 and 7, there you go.
I said 5 wrong.
Okay, one of them needs to be negative. In order to get a positive 2, I want to make my 5 negative because 7 minus 5 is going to give me what?
12 and 2.
2. Okay, we found it. Boom. Those are my 2 numbers that multiply to a negative, add to a positive 2. Okay, so factored turns into K minus 5 and K plus 7. All right. Now, here's the cool thing with multiplying fractions. I'm going to turn this into one big fraction. Because that's all we do when we multiply straight across. Okay, so you see how I started with two fractions? I literally just turned it into one big fraction. Yep. Now it's no different than what we were doing before.
Why?
Do you see why, Eli? Because with multiplication, we can just multiply straight across, which means we just turn it into one fraction. Do you guys see anything that's the exact same on top and bottom that I can cancel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you see?
K minus 5.
Beautiful. K minus 5 and K minus 5. Anything else?
No.
No. So, we're just left with K plus 4 on top. You don't have to put parentheses around it at this point. You can if you want. And on bottom, I have a 10 and K plus 7. That's it. Okay, we're literally doing the same thing. Factor if you can, then simplify. Cross things out. Okay, so let's try it again. Number 9. Let's look at my first numerator. This guy right here. Can I factor that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can play the number game with him. So, what is going to, in fact, I'll write it over here so we have some room. X squared minus 7x minus 18. Let's play the number game. Two numbers that multiply to negative 18 add to 7. Donovan?
7 and 2.
That would give me 14. What would
9.
multiply 9 and?
2.
Beautiful. Okay, and then to get negative 7, I want my 9 to be negative. 2 minus 9 is negative 7. Cha-ching, got it. Okay, so my first numerator is factored. We'll go ahead and write it right here. I have x plus 2 for positive 2, x minus 9 for negative 9. Okay, so that was my first numerator right there. What about its denominator? Can we factor 9x, really? Nah, we're just going to leave it as 9x for now. Okay, then I'm going to go to my next numerator, x plus 4. Can I factor x plus 4?
No.
Nope. So I'm just going to leave it as x plus 4.
Oh, so you put
Other numerator I couldn't factor. Okay, now I need to factor my last denominator. I can play the number game with this guy. So let's go ahead and play him over here. X squared minus 5x minus 36. I need two numbers that'll multiply to negative 36, add to negative 5.
Oh. Give me a minute.
I'm thinking like a 9 and something. What's 36 divided by 9?
9 and 4.
Okay, let's try it. 9 and 4 will give me a 5, but I want it to be negative 5, so negative 9 and 4.
I can't believe we got that.
There we go. Two factors. So then that turns into x minus 9 and x plus 4.
Oh my goodness.
And notice I just turned it into one fraction. You can totally do that
Nope,
with
we
multiplication. Now, what's the exact same on top and bottom that we can start canceling?
X and 4.
X plus 4 over x plus 4. Get rid of those guys. What else is the exact same on top and bottom?
X and 9.
X minus 9, x minus 9. Anything else?
No.
Nope. So I'm just left with x plus 2 on top over 9x on bottom. That's it. Factor, 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 simplify. Boom. Let's do one more. One more before I set you free.
I already got this one.
Oh, and this one's easy peasy. There's only one thing we got to factor. This numerator. It's the only thing I have to factor here. The rest of them are already factored as far as they'll go. Okay? So let's play the number game with this first numerator. I need two numbers that'll multiply to give me negative 32 and add to negative 4. What do you
See
think?
if someone
8
else
and
can
4.
get it.
What is it, Braden?
8 and 4.
that will give me 32, and then I want it to add to -4.
Make
So I
one
want to,
negative.
nice, -8 and +4. Now we'll add to -4. Bada bing, bada boom. Found our two factors, which means that first numerator factors to x minus 8 times x plus 4.
Oh.
Nice, nice.
I
Okay,
see.
now, like I said, our denominators. My first denominator, that can't factor. He just stays x plus 4. He's as low as he'll go. How low can you go? Oh, Eli, yeah,
We had
jinx.
the same
Limbo.
idea.
Okay, 9. Can't factor him. He's just a number. And then other denominator, x minus 8. Can't factor him. Oh, now comes the fun part. What do you see the exact same that's on top and bottom?
X minus.
Both of
X
them.
plus 4.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
both and 8.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
8.
So what's the only thing that's left?
9.
Do I have to put over 1?
No,
9 over 1?
No.
You just put it there.
It's a big old 9.
Well,
That's it.
That is it, you guys. Show me a fist of 5 on multiplication. You were just multiplying rationals. Holy smokes, you're awesome. Alrighty.
kidding.
Sam.